Alright, welcome back to another AteTreeWon video, and today we're checking out my new Super73 bike. Alright, so this is the assembly part of my new Super73 bike. I got my roommate Tyler here to help me out. Let's assemble.
And welcome to the assembly portion of the video. So right now we just removed all the foam padding and now attaching the handlebars. Assembly of the bike is pretty easy since a lot of it comes already assembled. Really just getting the handlebars in line, getting them where I want, removing some of the plastic, and then attaching the pedals and then screwing those in. One goes clockwise, one goes counterclockwise. And then yeah, I was attaching, those are just some accessories that I bought. It's like a rear brake light / blinker light that I thought was pretty cool. But I mean, it sits well, it rides pretty well. Had to check the tire pressure because you do need to inflate the tires. And then this right now, this is the part that took the longest, the fender assembly. The holes and the screws just are so small, and trying to get this thing together was not easy, believe me. So yeah, if you're getting the bike, it's easy. Assembly, no issues. When you're getting the fenders along with the bike, that's a hassle. So unfortunately, the bike doesn't come with any fenders. You have to pay an extra like $75 to get the fenders shipped to you. I wish they would just add the fenders on at the factory, or just have the bike come with the fenders, because having to, one, pay for them separately is kind of a bummer, and then two, having to install them yourself. Like I said, the fenders were the biggest pain to install. But at the end of the day, my roommate and I were able to get it done together. Without his help, this would have been a big bummer. And then yeah, now we're just inflating the tires to 20 to 25 psi.
Alright, I'm gonna go off my first ride. That took about an hour because of the fenders. The rest of the bike took, what, 15-20 minutes? 15-20 minutes to install. The fenders took us damn near 45 minutes. But I'm gonna pause this video now. I'm gonna put my GoPro on this thing, and I'm gonna go for a quick ride. First bike ride in a long time. Alright, let's try this. Oh, this is a heavy bike. This is definitely a heavy bike. Right now I'm on the sidewalk, getting a feel for it. Haven't ridden a bike in a while. Here we go, now we're picking up speed. Going up a hill, not even full throttle. I'm on yellow. So there is a small charge on the bike. Super73 does recommend you charge the bike all the way, but I just couldn't help myself. I had to go for a ride. And it's moving. All right guys, welcome to the second day that I've got this awesome Super73 Z1 going on my next bike ride. Let's just go for a little cruise. It's my lunchtime, so I don't got too much time to cruise, but I just can't wait. I want to ride full battery. Let's do this. I haven't ridden a bike in forever, so it's like getting used to riding it was a little weird, but I think I've finally kind of figured it out, and I'm having fun. It's pretty dope. Alright, giving it some power now. Full battery. Going uphill. Not a super steep hill, but still a hill. And yeah, this thing will go, baby. Wow. It's kind of nice. So I'm full throttle. I don't have a speedometer. I'm gonna pick up a phone mount that I bought, and I'm gonna try that out. So the Z1 is either you pedal or you hit the throttle, no pedal assist. I'm kind of okay with that. I mean, the pedal assist would have been nice to, you know, go up these steeper hills a little easier to get more range, but do what you gotta do. Alright, so you guys just saw the assembly of the bike, and as you saw, the assembly of the bike wasn't that difficult. It took about 15 minutes. What was more difficult was getting the fenders onto the bike. So they ship separate, they're a separate purchase, but make sure you have a buddy that's gonna help you with these fenders. It took us about 45 minutes to get the fenders fully assembled onto this bike. So fenders were not easy. And I've had this bike, like I said, for about a week. I've been using it, I've been riding it, and I've been really enjoying it. Goes about 20 miles an hour. You have 15 to 20 miles of range. Now, that does depend on not just, you know, the riding habits of how much you're full throttling it, but also like where you live. I live near an area with a lot of hills.
that is not good for the bike in terms of killing the range. I did a mini range test for myself, kind of where I live, and I hit about 12 miles, I'll say, give or take, going up hills, wind, stuff like that. But I'm still really impressed with not only the speed of the bike, but just kind of how nice it is to maneuver. Now, this bike doesn't have any type of pedal assist, but you can pedal it like a regular bike, which is nice. Not all electric bikes can do that, so you do have that option. Another thing I want to mention is the maximum weight. Maximum weight capacity on this bike is 275 pounds. This bike itself weighs 56 pounds. This is not a light bike. This is not a bike that you should be able to throw on any type of bike rack and try to go for a cruise, as I learned the hard way. I had to fit this thing in the trunk of my car instead of on the bike rack. Not easy, because the bike rack was basically like leaning to one side, because as you can see, all the weight, everything is on the rear of the bike. So one thing to keep in mind, this is not going to fit on your average bike rack. Make sure you have maybe more of like a hitch mount bike rack or something like that. It's going to be a lot easier. Now, one thing I really wish this bike had was an actual speedometer and an actual like battery gauge. The battery gauge here has 3 little LED lights. You have green, means full charge; yellow, you got about half your range or half your power; and then red, meaning you are running low, get to an outlet. Now, the reason I bring that up is, you know, when you're going up hills, up these steep hills, you'll actually see that battery gauge drop significantly because it's using a lot more power. I live in an area where there are a ton of hills, so I probably won't be getting the 15 to 20 mile range out of this bad boy. So that's kind of a bummer, but I get it, this bike needs to work. But back to that point, I really wish there was just more of a way to get a better idea of how many miles you have left, right? Like, if I could see, oh, I've got 5 miles left, I should turn around, that'd be a lot better of an indicator than I'm on yellow, maybe I have enough to get me home. I don't know. But like I said, if that does happen, you can still pedal this like a regular bike. It'll still go. It is a heavy bike, so it'll take you a bit longer. Hopefully you don't have to hit any hills without any power, because that would suck. But anyway, that's probably one of my biggest gripes about this entire kit, is I wish there was another dial just to kind of give you that speedometer. I was able to download a speedometer app on my phone, so I've kind of been using that to see how fast I can go. And yeah, I've been hitting 19, 20. Downhill, I hit 22 miles an hour. So this thing will move. This will definitely move. So one thing I want to mention about the Super 73 bike is that it's easily customizable. For example, you can completely change out this bottom part here and add a suspension fork to give you a bit more suspension when you're going over bumpier roads. And one thing I learned through looking at the Reddit threads is you can actually buy any type of bike suspension fork and fit it to this. So they don't use any type of proprietary stuff on the bike, so you can really customize it however you want. It's basically just like a regular bike, and that is really nice. Their other higher end models aren't that customizable. All right, so there are a ton of things you can do with the Super 73 bike. I could talk about it for days. There are a lot of customizations that you can make, like battery mods and stuff like that, that might not all be covered under the warranty, but it's your bike, right? Once you buy it, you can do whatever you want with this. But if you guys want to get your hands on a Super 73 bike, there will be a discount code down below where you guys will get $100 off if you buy a brand new bike, and I get 50 bucks off my next bike. So it's a win-win situation. If you guys like the bike, check out the Super 73 Z1 or any of the other Super 73 models they got available. Alright guys, that is it for another AteTreeWon review. If you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like. If you loved it, go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, I'm gonna go for a ride. See ya.